Hello. So now that you have your own doTERRA account, you have access to this whole library of essential oils. And so whether you started with a kit and already have these in your hands, or whether you started with sunscreen and now you want to learn more about essential oils, I want to give you just a brief overview of what they are and how to use them so that you can really maximize this new part of your healing toolbox. So when we start with essential oils, there's three things that I want you to know. And I want you to be able to tell other people when they're like, well, what do they do? Why do they work? You don't have to have all the answers, but just a real quick overview of what essential oils are and what you need to know about them. So number one is that they are safe. They're 100% natural and safe. Essential oils have no side effects and no addictions. They're simply extracts from plants that have amazing health benefits. Now, when we talk about doTERRA essential oils, they are certified pure therapeutic grade. They are pure and potent. Now, we can't say the same for every single essential oil on the market. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of regulation in the essential oil industry. And that is why when I decided I wanted to bring essential oils into my home, I researched all the companies and chose doTERRA because of their purity, because of their potency, because you can go to Walmart, Bath and Body Works, Best Buy, and grab essential oils off the shelf at a fraction of the price. And they may say 100% pure on the bottle, but that doesn't mean the only thing in that bottle is actually essential oils. And so everything I say today, including the natural and safe and no side effects and no addictions and extracts from plants, all of that applies to doTERRA essential oils, not every essential oil you're going to find on the market. But they are safe. They are safe for babies. They're safe all the way up to adults as long as we use them correctly with some common sense. I'm going to share some of those things with you today. So I want to share a little bit about peppermint. If you don't have this one in your arsenal yet, it is such a versatile oil that you're going to want to have. So peppermint is energizing. My favorite way to use peppermint, I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to do a drop of peppermint in the palm of my hand. I'm actually going to add a little bit of wild orange as well, because these two together is my favorite combination. So I'm going to add a drop of peppermint and a drop of wild orange in my hands, pop them over my nose, and take a few deep breaths in. It is energizing, it's uplifting, it helps oxygenate your brain. I'm going to take the extra and just rub it on the back of my neck. If you do have sensitive skin, peppermint can be a little bit intense. We're going to talk about dilution in a second, but dilution would be a really good idea here. But peppermint helps energize your body. It helps with focus and attention. It also promotes clear breathing. So if you're at all congested and you do that, you're going to feel those airways start to open up. Peppermint's also really great at cooling the body. So for whatever reason you have an elevated body temperature, whether it's a sickness, whether it's a hot flash, whether it's just 90 degrees outside, peppermint can help naturally cool the body. Peppermint's also really great at relieving head tension. Now you're going to notice in the essential oil world, we use a lot of these like code words. There's a lot of rules around the FDA and what I can say essential oils can or can't do. So head tension is the fancy way of saying headache. I can't actually say that word because the FDA says I can't. So if you had some head tension, you could take a little peppermint and rub it on your temples, far away from your eyes. We never want to put essential oil in our eyes, in our ears, in our nose. Essential oils are potent, and so we want to keep them away from those sensitive places. But a little peppermint on my temples, maybe across my forehead, back of my neck. I'll also do a drop of peppermint on my thumb and I'll press it to the roof of my mouth. And that can be a really great way to help relieve some head tension as well. Okay, the second thing you need to know about essential oils is they are effective. In some cases, they can even be more effective than modern approaches to health problems. So if you remember from like middle school science, let's just pretend my fist is a cell. Remember coloring in like all the little parts of the cell, the little organelles? Maybe not. I used to be a science teacher, so I get really excited when I get to talk about this. But our cells, our whole body is made up of trillions of cells, and our cells are surrounded by this outer fatty membrane. And the goal of that is to keep the good stuff inside our cells and the bad stuff outside of our cells. Now, when we get, let's say, a virus, Viruses penetrate that cell membrane, live inside of our cells. Now, if we want to help keep our bodies healthy, and you come down with a virus and you went to the doctor, let's say like 5 years ago, before this current world, you went to the doctor and they're like, oh, you have a virus. There's nothing we can do. Go home, rest, get lots of fluids. And the reason why is because antibiotics are water-based. And a water-based antibiotic can't pass through that outer fatty membrane, right? Oils and water don't mix. Water and oil, water and fat. So water-based antibiotic can't pass through that outer fatty membrane to get to the virus on the inside. This is where essential oils really shine, because essential oils are oils. They actually can pass through that outer fatty membrane and they can get to what's happening inside of our cells. And so they can permeate the cell membrane, as it says here. So they can work proactively to keep our cells healthy. They can also help us when we're feeling under the weather. When it comes to feeling under the weather, doTERRA's On Guard is the one you're going to want to grab. So On Guard can promote healthy immune function. I use this proactively on a daily basis. I use it on the bottoms of my feet. I'm going to tell you how to do that in just a little bit here. I also add a drop to my tea. So I'll just do like hot water, tea, lemon, and I'll add a little bit of On Guard to that proactively to keep my immune system strong. It can soothe the sore throat. So I'll do like a spoonful of raw honey with a drop of On Guard in it, and then swallow that to soothe and coat that sore throat. It's also cleansing for your hands. So you can use it as a hand sanitizer. doTERRA actually makes 2 different versions. Actually 3. We have an On Guard sanitizing mist, a sanitizing gel, and a sanitizing wipe, all containing On Guard. Or you can DIY your own, and it's also cleansing for your home. So I will put On Guard in my diffuser when we're feeling under the weather, or feel like we maybe been exposed to something, because it can kill airborne pathogens. And I'll make a spray bottle with just like glass spray bottle, fill it with water, add 15-20 drops of On Guard, and use that to spray down all my surfaces. The third thing to know about essential oils is they are affordable. Yes, there's definitely an upfront cost to having them in your home, but when it comes to using them, it's only pennies per dose. So in a lot of cases, they're more affordable than traditional medical care. In our home, we have saved hundreds, if not thousands of dollars a year in medical costs by being able to turn to our oils first. So I'm not saying you're never going to go to the doctor again. We absolutely go to the doctor when we need to, but 80% of the time always we're going to turn to our oils first. And 80% of the time, that's enough. Our oils do what we need them to do. Okay. So my favorite story about oils being affordable and effective comes when my son was 1. We had just started using essential oils. I had no idea what I was doing, just felt in my soul that we needed these things in our home. And he was getting a lot of ear infections, or as I should say, like irritated ear infection, irritated ears. I don't know how to say that, so the FDA doesn't get mad at me. Don't share this video with them. And so we actually grabbed tea tree oil. I was doing some reading, saw that this can be really great for ear soreness, irritation. So I do a couple drops of tea tree on a cotton ball, because we never want to put oils directly in the ear. A couple drops on a cotton ball, and then I just set that cotton ball inside of his ear, as long as he let us. He was 1. And then I'd also take tea tree and lavender on the screen and rub it kind of around the hard bone of his ear and down his throat. And he never had another ear infection, or he did, and we would just we caught it right away. We never had to go to the doctor for another ear infection. We actually had appointments set up for him to start looking at tubes in his ears, and we never had to go to that step because we were able to use our oils when those things started to set in for him. And so working on his ears, it probably cost me about 50 cents in essential oils for a dose. And when I compare that to taking time off work and going to urgent care and getting a prescription and then putting him on probiotics to counteract the antibiotic, it just made such a difference in our home. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about lavender, because this is one we all probably heard of. Lavender is so calming. So we hear about it a lot for sleep, but it can be really calming when we're awake as well. So if you struggle with anxiety or just stress, lavender can help calm the body. It won't make you sleepy, it'll just help calm the body. It's also calming for the skin. So if you have any sort of skin irritation, like a bug bite, a rash, hives, a burn, lavender will soothe and calm that skin. And then finally, lavender is a natural antihistamine. And so it works fantastic for seasonal threats, otherwise known as allergies. Um, I actually like to do lavender and peppermint together, add in a little lemon. Those three work amazing for allergies. So, essential oils, they are safe, they are effective, and they are affordable. So, now how do we use them? You have them. What do you do with them next? So, the first way we can use essential oils is aromatically. When we use them aromatically, we're putting them either in the diffuser, we're breathing them in from our hands, we're breathing them in right from the bottle. They can positively affect our mood. They can cleanse the air, like we talked about with On Guard. They can also support the respiratory system. We actually have a blend called Breathe, specifically formulated for supporting the respiratory system. So if you have a diffuser, I have mine going right here next to me. This one's actually doTERRA's Roam diffuser. I love it because it's on a rechargeable base. And then you can actually see it's going right now. You can move it around your home. It doesn't have to stay on the base. It's rechargeable. But diffusers are so simple to use. I'm going to open this up so you can see. So I'm going to take this cover off. It's stone, so it's pretty heavy. And then there's going to be a little line inside. You fill it up with water to that line. I add about 5-6 drops of essential oils, close it back up, and turn it on. It's that simple. This is going to replace all the candles in your home. By the way, candles can have a lot of unwanted side effects. Essential oils don't. All their side effects are positive, positively affect your mood, cleanse the air, support the respiratory system. So that's my little Roam diffuser. I love that one. If you're looking for a blend to diffuse, Adaptive is a great one to try. It is known as doTERRA's Calming Blend, and it's specifically formulated to calm stress and anxiety. So it helps boost your mood. It's calming and relaxing, and it reduces stress and tension. It's actually been clinically shown to reduce stress and promote calmness. So you can use oils aromatically. The second way we can use them is topically. When we use oils topically, you're going to apply them directly to the skin. Okay. Now there's a few ways to do this. I'm going to see if I have an empty one sitting here. I like to use a roller. So this is a roller ball. You can grab these directly from doTERRA. Super affordable and really high quality. They have a little stainless steel roller ball there. But if I pop the top off here, this is an empty one. So to make up a roller, let's say I'm going to use On Guard, because I'm going to use On Guard every single day to be proactive in my health. I'm going to add maybe like 20 to 30 drops of On Guard into my roller. It's only going to be about that full. And then I'm going to fill it up the rest of my way with fractionated coconut oil. So this is going to, when we dilute it, number one, it makes it so if you do have skin sensitivities, it's a little gentler on your skin. It actually makes the oils more effective because it helps them stay on your skin longer so they have more time to do their job. And it makes them more cost effective because we're only using about this much essential oil in this whole bottle. And so then we can apply it directly where it hurts or directly where we need it. So On Guard, I like to put on the bottoms of my feet before bed for that general immune support. Deep Blue is a fantastic oil when it comes to achy muscles, also helps with head tension, sore joints. If you've used BioFreeze or Icy Hot, this is going to do the same thing, but without all the crappy ingredients, all natural, plant-based power. So extracts from plants, really effective. And it's working at the cellular level to actually reduce the inflammation that's causing the pain in the first place versus just masking it. So Deep Blue is a great one. Digescen would be one that would be great to use topically. If you have any sort of like tummy troubles, you could rub it directly over your stomach. That would be another great one to try. And the third way we can use essential oils is internally. So internally means we're going to take them internally. You can either add them to your water. So I like to add a few drops of essential oils directly to the water I'm drinking throughout the day. If you're going to do this, you want to make sure you're drinking out of glass or stainless steel, never out of plastic. And only a drop or two. Essential oils are potent. You don't need a whole bunch, a drop or two. You can also make veggie caps. So again, you can get this bottle for like $4 from doTERRA. Veggie caps are empty little capsules. Open them up, add a few drops of essential oils, close them up, and then you can swallow them just like a pill. Super simple to use. Or you can put a drop directly under your tongue. Now, if you're going to do this, you want to maybe ask around before you do it, because some oils like oregano would not be one I would put directly under my tongue. Oregano burns. It is so spicy. Do not put that one directly under your tongue. But I like to use oils like frankincense directly under my tongue, or copaiba. Those are great oils that you could just, I do a drop directly under my tongue every single day for whole body, immune, nervous system support. So the example here is lemon. Lemon is such an easy one to add to your water, just a drop or two. It is a great cleanser for your body, so it's really supportive of your liver. And when I say cleanse, it's not like you're going to be running to the bathroom. It's just really gentle support for your liver. It's also a great cleanser for your home. So just like we talked about with On Guard, you could use lemon to freshen up and clean your home. Okay, so that's my really short overview of all the things you need to know about essential oils. Now, if you want to learn more, or this whole time you're like, oh, this person I know needs to hear about oils, and this person I know needs to hear about oils, you can absolutely host a class. I will come to your home, or we can do it online, and I will talk through this, or my repertoire is extensive. I've done classes in people's homes just about digestion, or just about hormones, or whatever it is that you and your friends want to learn more about. I'm happy to come teach a class for you. I did skip a slide here because I got ahead of myself, but just know essential oils, or doTERRA, is so much more than essential oils. doTERRA's Lifelong Vitality Pack, which is their multivitamin system. It's a multivitamin, an omega complex, and a cellular vitality complex. This is doTERRA's #1 selling product. They're the #1 essential oil company in the world, and their #1 selling product is their vitamins. I think that says a ton about the quality of these vitamins. I'm super picky on supplements, and this is my, like, if I were stranded on a desert island, literally could take one thing with me. Actually, I'd take my adaptive capsules. If you haven't heard me talk about those before, those are my #1. This would be my #2. Okay. So good. Okay. So thanks for hanging out. Thanks for trusting me on this journey. I'm here to support you 100% when it comes to your essential oils and your doTERRA products. So you have my number. Text me. Don't call me on that number. I don't think it'll work, but you can absolutely text me on that number. You can email me at Chrissy@ChrissySatwell.com. There's more information on my website. Reach out however we normally communicate, and I'm happy to chat more. Thank you so much for joining me and watching this, and we will see you soon.